3 common misconceptions about raw vegans. Number 1, we're not all obsessed with food. While some people are, some people love to be in the kitchen all the time chopping stuff up. Some people love to be photographing every meal. Some people love to look at all the macros and micros of everything. Some people have to obsess over the amounts of iodine in each batch of daily green boost. Whatever, that's fine. That's totally cool. A lot of us, like myself, we like to eat really high quality food and we appreciate high quality food. We seek it out, but we don't obsess over it. Like, we'll eat the food and then we'll go do stuff. Like, we'll make YouTube videos, or we'll go for a run, or we'll go to the gym, or we'll go hang out with friends, or we'll go create something cool, or we'll go do some sort of physical work. Like, we live a life. The food is just the fuel. All right, so for a lot of us, like myself, the food is just the fuel. Of course, I want the highest quality fuel, right? Just like I'm not obsessed with cars, but I like to drive the best car. I'm not obsessed with food, but I like to eat the best food. All right, so that's the first thing. Second thing, we're not all into ethics and animal welfare. We're not all into protesting. There's different ranges of ethics, I suppose. Personally, I got into veganism for the ethics, and I will always be a vegan for the ethics. I'm not vegan for my health. I eat raw foods for my health, but I'm not vegan for my health. I'm vegan 100% for the animals. Now, a lot of people are not like that. That's just me. I got into it for the ethics. I'm staying in it for the ethics. Some people couldn't give a shit about the ethics. They're just vegan and raw vegan for their health. And a lot of people, they think, oh, you're raw vegan, that must mean you must be extremely ethical, you must be extremely into, saving the animals, saving the environment, all that stuff. A lot of people don't even, but the truth is, a lot of people don't even know that raw veganism is beneficial for the environment. A lot of people, they're not into that. Like, I got friends who they're just raw vegan for the athletic performance. They're just raw vegan for vanity's sake, just to look skinny, just to look great. Some people are just raw vegan for the digestive system. Some people are just raw vegan because they have allergies of any other food. Some people are just raw vegan because they just feel better eating raw. They're not raw for the animals at all. And it's not for me to say, well, that's right or wrong. That's just the way it is. It is what it is. Personally, myself, I don't go and protest. I've protested in the past. I really don't feel good protesting. I just feel much better focusing on the fruit. I feel much better promoting veganism. I feel much better on making YouTube videos about, the things I make videos about on YouTube, about helping people with incorporating more raw foods into their diet, helping people make those vegan gains, helping people just feel better about the way that they're eating. Of course, there are benefits for the animals, and of course, it's still sad that the animals are still being killed out there, but I don't feel good talking about that and focusing on that. Whenever I watch those clips and talk about that stuff, I feel like crap, and I feel paralyzed. I can't really make much content. So that's that. The third thing about the misconception about raw vegans is that we're all weak and scrawny. I've proven a couple times, not just to the world, but to myself, that it's possible to gain weight, it's possible to gain strength on a raw vegan diet. Now, is it possible to get massive like Nimai Delgado or John Venus on fruits and vegetables? Not sure. I've never stayed consistent long enough to test that for myself. It's so much respect for Nimai, so much respect for John Venus. I just have never stayed consistent long enough to even get close to their level. But whenever I have been consistent in the past with my training and my eating, then I've gotten really fantastic results. Really fantastic results. And the reason I have so much respect for Nimai and John is because they've been consistent, and Derek Simnett and all the other vegans out there who are making serious gains. So much respect because of the consistency. Yeah, they're not raw. I think a lot of them are still big proponents of raw food, but they've been so consistent for so long. And a lot of people think, oh, well, look at Derek, look at John, look at Nimai. None of them are eating raw vegan 100%, and they're all huge. And so they look at raw vegans and they say, oh, there's no raw vegans who are huge, so therefore you can't do it on raw. Like I said, in the past, whenever I've been consistent with it, I've gotten really, really great results. I look at my friend Mike Velocity, strongest fruitarian in the world as far as I'm concerned. Dude can bench press double his body weight. He's proven that you can gain serious, serious strength. His name's Fruit and Strength on Instagram and Fruit and Strength on YouTube. Check him out. Strongest fruitarian I know, probably even stronger than John and Derek maybe as far as like bench press goes. Like I said, he can bench press twice his body weight. I'm not sure if John or even Nimai can bench press twice their body weight. They probably don't train for that. There's different training workout regimes that they go through. Like Nimai and John are more into bodybuilding, which they don't care as much about strength. They just want to look bigger. So it's a different rep range and set range. And people like Derek, they're just into calisthenics. Derek's also into aesthetics for sure, but mostly calisthenics. So They don't train like Mike does. So that's important to realize. A lot of people look at raw vegans and they think, oh my God, they're all weak and skinny and scrawny. But that's just because when you eat raw vegan, you feel like doing a ton of cardio. Your endurance goes through the roof because you're so light. You're not digesting any cooked food. You feel so energetic that you can just swim, bike, and run all day long. And that's exactly what I did when I first went raw vegan. I just swam, I biked, and I ran all day long, every day. So I was super, super skinny. So I was just part of the statistics. I was like, oh, look, people look at me like, oh, there's another skinny raw vegan. There's another skinny, weak raw vegan. And then I switched gears. I quit triathlon. I got into strength training, and I made some serious gains. And I got results that I'm proud of with my shoulders and my traps and my biceps and my six-pack and my legs. Like everything was like good and strong, all on 100% raw. So it's entirely possible to completely change the way you look and completely change the way that people perceive raw vegans. It's just that very few people ever train that way. It's not that it's not possible. It's just very few people train the way I trained to look the way I looked. Very few people train the way Mike Vlasidy trains to be able to bench twice his freaking body weight. Nimai Delgado probably doesn't eat all that differently than most cooked vegans out there. He just trains super consistently and super, super hard. He probably eats a lot of calories too, for sure, to keep on that size. But point is, he doesn't eat different foods to attain that look. So it's not the foods that determine how you look, it's the training. If everyone in the world just started eating mangoes tomorrow, but we changed our training up, like NFL players still train like NFL players, the swimmers still train like swimmers, the ballerinas still train like ballerinas, the marathon runners still train like marathon runners, the sprinters still train like sprinters, but we all ate mangoes, we'd all look completely different. So you can't say it's the food, because we're all eating mangoes. It's the way we're training. So that's the third misconception. Not all raw vegans are weak and scrawny. The people who are weak, the raw vegans that are weak, they're doing the same training as the weak standard North Americans, which is they're not doing any training at all. They're not lifting any weights at all. Maybe they're just going for long walks, long swims, long bikes, long runs, whatever, but they're not lifting any weights. So of course they're weak, relatively weak. And the whole scrawny thing is about the amount of calories that people are bringing in. Like I know a lot of really skinny guys, really skinny girls, you follow them around for a day, they're not eating that many calories at all. You follow around the guys who are a bit bigger, they're eating a lot more calories than the skinny guys. And you follow around the people who are really big, they're eating a tremendous amount of calories, way more calories than the skinny, scrawny guys. So that's the third common misconception that I just wanted to address here and let y'all know that if you're raw vegan, cool, keep it up. If you are getting great results and if you want to come to the Canada Vegan Fest, I got you. This summer coming up, August 2020. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be super, super fun. Last year it was amazing. So many awesome vegans there. 99% of the people there were not raw, but at the festival it's all raw food. So everyone gets together, they eat raw food, they feel the vibe rise high, and they have a really, really good time. Dancing, playing, singing, dancing. I already said dancing. Dancing, playing, having fun, doing adventures, learning a lot, and most importantly, just connecting with other really, really cool people. So if you want to come to the Canada Vegan Fest, I'll see you there in August of 2020. It's going to be great. Peace out, much love. Ciao for now.
Anybody new in particular? Any heroes you met for the first time?
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this ain't no for sure. But does she really want it, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. And thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking two together, 'cause we don't know how.
Be in contact with other raw vegans and hang out, eat fruit, have fun, be in the sunshine when there is sunshine, and just have conversations and meaningful connection with people. I love the community and the connections I've made. You make lifelong friends when you come to a festival, and that's probably one of the best things that I've ever experienced in a fruit festival. If you've never attended a fruit festival before, they are like camp. You get to come and experience an amazing event with a bunch of people. You get to experience the raw vegan diet.
When we know we're not happy here. But hey,